Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Sonic Unleashed Let's Play. So, we're still going through Skyscraper Scamper, the nighttime stage, and we're still going on these small platforms with the spikes on them, which is a gimmick that most of you guys know from the previous part that I hate a lot. See, because shit like that. You know, seeing is believing, people. You know, there's a difference of showing something and then actually doing it. You know, looking from the aspect of watching this, you know, it doesn't seem like it's that difficult, but with the camera, it just doesn't want to work with you, and just how the control is on this stupid narrow road, you know, it actually makes it pretty hard for you to even balance yourself right. Because, you know, you want to go slow, but at the same time, you just want to go fast because, you know, this is Sonic the Hedgehog, alright? You're supposed to go fast, not this abysmal speed. Not only that, I forgot to mention, on these spike narrow passage, there's also, you'll also encounter some platforms or narrow platforms like that are yellow and black. Which pretty much means that, you know, if you've seen any construction signs like that before, that means, you know, a place is like under construction, which means it's, you know, it's not finished or anything like that. Well, that's totally what those narrow paths mean, because if you step on them for way too long, they will eventually fall down and you'll fall to your death. Though that's not really a big deal, but it does kind of get your I don't know if it really pumps adrenaline if you're really that scared that easily, but you know, it's a real damn annoying thing. I mean, it's not. I never had too much problems with it. I had more problems of just keeping my balance on the narrow roads altogether. But I just wanted to throw that out there to let you know. You know, that's another gimmick that they put. Not only having the spikes on the side, but also putting some of the parts of the narrow road is able to break off. So yeah, it's fantastic. Just great. Just absolutely great. You know, the stage enough is already platform hell, so you know, with no drop shadow, as I stated previously, can actually make it quite difficult to know where you're gonna land. And I think this is also around the time, or around the nighttime stage, where we actually get much more of the more difficult Dark Gaia minions. Like I said, I don't really think we encounter any new ones before, but we will, you know, encounter more of the stronger variant types. And I think we'll also encounter more robots with more shields and everything. Because I know that we only encounter like maybe a couple of robots with the shield every once in a while in the previous nighttime stages. But now, starting with this stage, we're going to be seeing them a lot. To tell you the truth, they're really, really damn annoying. Maybe there's a proper way to take them down. I'm not too sure. I've always bum rushed them, to tell you the truth. I've always just mashed the hell out of the light attacks and the strong attacks and whatnot, and it's just until the shield breaks. So, you know, I don't think there's really a right or wrong way of doing it. But still, you know, whatever makes it easier, you know. But by all means, go right ahead. I don't even know if we're halfway done because like I said, folks, I barely play these nighttime stages, so I can't tell you on top of my head when we're gonna finish the stage or not. And that was bullshit. I was right behind him. He should not have hit me. Okay, right there, I can understand, but I was behind him though. So what? Did he backhand me or something? I'm not too sure. But thank God it's only him that's up here, because if there were any more enemies, most likely he'd probably fall off the edge. So you know what to do with these Titans. We dealt with them before. I think we'll be dealing more with the mothers than anything else, because I think this is the longest time before we ever see the Titan. I can't remember the last time we saw a Titan. I want to say Apatos, but you know, I could be wrong. Did Chunan hand one? I'm not too sure. Folks, I don't give a damn. I just don't give a damn. Doug Dimmick, give a damn. Who doesn't give a damn? I'm breaking all the scenery because, you know, I'm looking for all those little sun and moon medals because this is a stage that loves to be dickish and hide them behind things or in things. You know, kind of like a Haleska's nighttime stage. That's kind of dick placement in my opinion. Because frankly, to tell you the truth, you'll be perfectly fine, you know, doing it like they do with Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. You know, take these alternate pathways so you can able to get the red rings and everything like that. You know. Level design like that is okay with me. In fact, I actually like that type of level design. But hiding them in just random shit is just, nah. It's not that it's not that interesting. Besides, kind of, and really kind of bullshit sometimes. Also, the same thing with the power-ups. You know, I stated this previously, like all the way back in Missouri's nighttime stage of, you know, there's different power-ups you can find, you know, a power-up that temporarily increases your attack, a power-up that temporarily increases your defense. You know, you should get a little reward like that, in my opinion, for actually killing enemies, like they drop them, you know, like any other normal video game. But no, they have to hide in certain places. See, these are the little platforms I was talking about. If you walk on them or stand on them for too long, they'll eventually fall. So, you know, if you want to take your time, you know, you can, but you got to be extra careful. And because I mistake my jump because I have no drop shadow, I fell to my death. That's really, really fucking annoying. I don't understand why they could just have a drop shadow. Why couldn't they just have a drop shadow? I don't think it would take that long to have his model render a little dark circle underneath him. Because that's one of the biggest reasons why people complain about the platforming in here. And you know what? I totally agree with them. No drop shadow. What the fuck happened there? Seriously. What happened there? I don't know what happened. I blinked and then suddenly I fell to my death. I didn't understand that whatsoever. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I think that's probably one of the only times in this LP that I had trouble with the B button. Because I did actually try to grab onto the edge. Because, you know, I was waiting for the reticule, but the reticule never came. So, I think that's my only time I ever had trouble with that. Because usually I don't. I just never do. So now I'm taking my sweet damn time on this narrow ledge. So I could just easily get past. I mean, you could... fuck, seriously. And also, what I hate too is that some of the narrow walkways are pretty damn dark. So, you know, even if they did drop a, you know, have a drop shadow under Sonic, it'd be extremely difficult to see because they have to darken those certain areas. In fact, Skyscraper Scamper's lighting is kind of everywhere a bit, you know. It's light and it's dark, and you know, it's not the worst lighting I've ever seen in a stage, but you know, if you're gonna have a drop shadow, and you know, look how dark this narrow passageway is. It really is. So it's really hard to see if you're going to either careen off the left too much or careen off the right too much. And then you'll fall to your death. That's some pretty bad lighting. Like right here, it's not too bad. But when you're trying to perform a platform gimmick and they have it really, really dark, for shame. I mean, seriously, that's just pure dickishness. I mean, yeah, Sega's, you know, or more in case Sonic Team is more of, have a reputation for, you know, throwing random shit at you in their platform gimmicks and whatnot, but, you know, come on. You at least improve the lighting a bit. Give the people at least some sort of visual of where they're going. Also, this stage contains a lot of electric gates. A lot of the times you have to find a little computer that I just destroyed or whatever it is. I guess it's a generator. And you have to go around and, you know, destroy it and whatnot. Easiest moon medal ever. I see that we got one. It looks like I got one moon medal out of the 6 here, so I'm not too sure if I missed a ton or we're not even done with this stage, ladies and gentlemen. I've got nothing else to say. I just don't. I just have nothing else to say. I've already explained my full feelings about this stage, and you know, it's just the fact that I said it once and I say it before. Sorry if I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but you know, once we get to Rooftop's nighttime stage, you know, it's the same. We're doing the same shit. Only each stage is just throwing just a small change here and there with the either with platforming or some sort of gimmick. But you know, we're still doing the same thing. We're running around, knocking the shit out of enemies, running around, knocking the shit out of enemies, walking around, running the beating the shit out of enemies. Yeah, running the shit around enemies. Well, that's what we're doing during the daytime, but the nighttime is just it just gets so goddamn repetitive. And this is where most of the time that people put down, you know, the controller to this game. And I think the Werehog stages are kind of the reason why, or probably the main reason of why, you know, professional viewing companies, game review companies like, you know, IGN, GameSpot, and everything like that gave this game like really horrible ratings. Because, you know, they gave this like a, I can't remember. I know they gave it around the 3s. And that's pretty damn low. That's borderline terrible. And, you know, with Sonic 06, they gave it a 4, which frankly, I don't understand why. I think Sonic 06 is worse than this. I mean, granted, I do not like the nighttime stage, but you know what? I do get some enjoyment out of the daytime stages, and I've also noticed that most of the time that the professional viewers, or the professional reviewers, I should say, are talking about Sonic Unleashed, they just grasp the daytime stage, but most of the time they're bashing on the nighttime stage. And you know, that's kind of bullshit, because, you know, the daytime stages to them, you know, folks, even though I say, you know, I love half this game, I love the daytime stages and whatnot, I do, but, you know, I do have my problems with them. The fact that a lot of the stuff in the daytime stages are really, you know, can be very automated at some points, you know, with a little button input or a little input from the player itself. And, you know, I'm glad that they don't do that in Sonic Colors and in Sonic Generations. You know, they kind of trend away from that type of formula. Because, it wasn't too bad in here, but, you know, there's some points that once we get to Empire City's daytime stage, you'll definitely see what I mean by a lot of things being automated. If there's one stage that has a lot of automated things in it, it's definitely Skyscraper Scamper daytime stage. I'm trying to get this sun medal. I don't remember how. I think it has something to do with maybe a platform that you need to get and whatnot, or something like that. I'm not too sure. In fact, I'm thinking to myself, as of now, you know, if only I could go back in the past and redo this again. How come I don't take the platform I used to put on the button and then just bring it over here so I can get the sun medal? Oh well. Well, now I know in the future. So yeah, most of the time I'm just trying to get this sun medal here. I mean, out in the open like that, you know, it's perfectly fine, but you know, I guess they expect you to really use your mind in order for you to get it, but come on, guys. Couldn't there be, like, some easier way? Whatever. But going back to more of the daytime stage being automated and everything like that, you know, it's just the ramps that you have to put the buttons in order for you to clear a gap, the many types of dash panels they put in there, you know, the red rings that boost you in the air and everything like that. Yeah, there's stuff like that in Sonic Colors and Generations. I'm not going to say that there aren't, but there's no game in here that does it as much as Sonic Unleashed. And, you know, with that little statement, you know, Sonic Unleashed kind of diminished with me over time a bit because of that reason. Because when Sonic Unleashed came out, you know, I didn't really hate the daytime stages. You know, I actually truly loved them. I thought they were the best thing about the game, but as the more I played them, the more they start to diminish a bit because of those little automated sections and whatnot. I mean, going fast is nice and all, but if you're going to be playing a racing game or doing some sort of racing or speed, you might as well be playing a racing game, you know? And that's why I love Sonic Colors and Generations as a whole, because they so fixed that. You know, they do have speed in there. They do, because it is Sonic's main gimmick. But, you know, at least, they put in, you know, lots of good platforming. And as Sonic Colors only had it mostly in the 2D perspective, you know, Sonic Generations gave a nice balance of 2D and 3D, which... Thank God for them, and you know, hopefully with Sonic Lost World, since this is the second time a new gameplay mechanic is changed, you know, I hope that it's gonna be good. You know, Sonic Lost World, you know, I'm happy for, and then I'm also kind of skeptic on. You know, kind of like for Batman Arkham Origins. You know, I'm excited that there's another Arkham game coming out, but, you know, I'm skeptic. But, you know, I could talk about more reasons of Arkham Origins, you know, with the commentary group, because we will eventually get to that game. In fact, Eric should be done with Arkham City, so I don't know when we're going to get to that game, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. And who knows, you know, even though I'm skeptic about Arkham Origins, it's still going to be, you know, first day if I can. If I can. If I can't, then, oh well, it doesn't matter. Well, I was able to bullshit my way through the rest of the nighttime stage. But anywho, folks, now since we got the Skyscraper nighttime stage done, we're going to be continuing on finding more of those guided temples. If I remember, I think we go to Shamar's nighttime stage next. So until then, I'll see you guys for part 16.